Okay, Greg here with Ridetech, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble one of our coilover shocks. Very simple process, but you want to make sure you follow the procedure correctly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the adjuster nut on the bottom of the shock, screw it on, just enough to gauge the threads. So you got a little bit of thread showing here on the bottom. Very simple. Next is going to be a delrin washer. Goes either way. Sets on. Next is our coil spring. It's going to set on next. Very easy. Good to go so far. Okay. Next we're going to do our upper delrin washer. Once again, can go either way. Okay. Next, we're going to take off this adjuster knob. Now what you want to do first is you want to screw it all the way stiff, which is all the way clockwise. That would be stiff. What you may notice as you loosen the screw, it may try to unscrew the knob to come out all the way soft. That's okay. The main thing is once you take this knob off, or take the screw out I should say, you want to make sure that it's all the way stiff. It's all the way in. That knob has to be all the way in order for this top piece to go over. So you see now it goes over just fine. Okay, so now we have that. The next piece we're going to do, I'm going to adjust this back down just a little bit to give me a little bit more clearance. And while this knob is off, you want to put on this ring, this clip. How you want to do that is you want to slide this over. See how it clears the knob there? It's very important you have that. Okay. You want to slide it into this groove. You can see it in the groove real nice. Then this here will come up and set in that. Now, before you assemble it back together, you want to make sure and adjust this adjuster knob back up. We're going to adjust it so it moves the spring up. Keeps everything nice and tight. You don't want to assemble it in your vehicle loose. So I've got a little bit of preload on the spring. In your instructions it'll tell you exactly how much preload to put on it, but you can see the spring is not loose in there. So next we're going to put our knob back on. Very simple. Now when you put this screw back in, you don't want to over tighten it. You want to snug it up, maybe a little bit of Loctite on it if you wish, if you're going to be in some conditions where you're adjusting it quite a bit and constantly adjusting, which shouldn't be too often, but if you want that, that's your choice. Snug it up, turn your knob all the way soft, all the way stiff, make sure everything's good there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our Allen bolt into the adjuster. And I didn't bring my Allen wrench for that, sorry. Now where this is important is you're going to leave that loose while you're adjusting this lower nut. Okay, once you get it where you want it, you'll want to go ahead and tighten it up. Keep in mind, we get a lot of questions on this. This nut right here actually adjusts your ride height on the vehicle. As you adjust it up, the body of the car goes up. As you adjust it down, the body comes down. Now that we've done the eyelet style shock, now we're going to do the stud top. Very similar, but a few little different things. So you want to put your adjuster nut on from the bottom. Once again, enough thread engagement that some threads are showing on the bottom here. Then you want to put on your delrin washer. Once again, doesn't matter which way. Coil spring. Set it on there. Okay. Next we're going to take the top knob off, and then we're going to take this component piece off here so we can get our unit on it. So the screw comes out with the knob. Nut comes off the top, the nylock. Top cap, delrin ball half, other delrin ball half. You want to make sure when you put these back on that this is the bottom one and this is the top one. Okay. Going to slide this off. Then we're going to put on our upper delrin sleeve. Top cap. Then we're going to put this piece on. Next is our lower delrin ball half, upper delrin ball half, top cap, adjuster, or nylock nut, sorry about that, and that one. And of course, tighten the screw. Once again, you don't want to crank down on this real heavy, just enough to hold it nice and snug. A little firm on it. Turn your knob, make sure everything works good there. You're good. And then we're going to put the sleeve on. And that, once again, just slides right into that groove, just like the other one. And then, very much like the other one, we're going to adjust our lower bottom adjuster nut up until this top slides in. As you can see, no spring play. Everything's in place, everything's seated, assembled and ready to go. Next, you want to go ahead and put your Allen bolt in, just like the eyelet style. Once you get your ride height adjusted, then and only then will you want to go ahead and tighten this Allen nut up. So once we have that, snug it up, and your assembly is complete. And that's about all there is to assembling a Ridetech coilover.